You walk into Dollar Tree expecting the usual bargain bin basics, and then out of nowhere, you spot an item that looks like it should cost 3 or 4 times more somewhere else. That's exactly why this list matters, because some of the best Dollar Tree finds are the ones most shoppers walk right past until it's too late. And today you're about to see 12 Dollar Tree must-haves you need to find before they're gone, including one tiny outdoor item that keeps disappearing from shelves because people figured out it does way more than the label suggests. If you love saving money without wasting it on junk, hit subscribe, drop a like, and let's get into the hidden Dollar Tree buys that smart shoppers keep grabbing first. First up are the solar garden stakes, and this is one of those Dollar Tree finds that catches people off guard because it looks simple until you actually use it. At first glance, it just seems like a cheap little outdoor light. But once you bring a few home, line them along a walkway, tuck them into flower pots, or place them around a patio edge, you start seeing why these sell out so fast. For just a fraction of what similar path lights cost at big box stores, you get an instant backyard upgrade that adds a warm glow without raising your electric bill. And the big surprise is how many people don't even use them just in the garden. Shoppers stick them in planter boxes, use them near mailboxes, and even place them in indoor decorative arrangements near windows for a seasonal look during the day. What really makes these feel like a must-buy is that they solve a problem fast. Your front walkway looks plain? These help. Your patio feels dark and unfinished? These help. You want something that gives a cozy, styled look without spending $20 or $30 on outdoor decor. This is exactly the kind of item that gets snapped up. And because Dollar Tree rotates styles and colors, the best-looking versions don't stay around long. If you see the taller ones, the crackle finish ones, or any style with a brighter lens cap, you usually want to grab them right then because they may not be there next week. Right after that, you need to pay attention to the terracotta clay pots because this is one of the most underrated home and garden buys in the store. A lot of shoppers still think of Dollar Tree as a place for party supplies, snacks, or cleaning items, but these pots prove the store can also be a smart stop for practical home projects. Terracotta is popular for a reason. It has that classic earthy look, it helps with drainage for many plants, and it works with almost any style from farmhouse to minimalist to cozy cottage decor. And when you compare the price to what you'll often find at garden centers or craft stores, the difference is hard to ignore. These are great if you want to start herbs in the kitchen, create small succulent arrangements, or build a simple gift set with a plant and ribbon. But the real value shows up when you think beyond gardening. People use these for paint projects, candle holders, desk organizers, and seasonal centerpieces. You can flip them, stack them, stencil them, and turn them into custom decor without spending much at all. That's why these tend to disappear during spring and early summer, but experienced shoppers know to check for them even outside gardening season. When they're in stock, they're one of the easiest low-cost items to buy in multiples because you'll almost always find another use later. Now let's talk about a product that seems small but wins big on value, the strawberry kiwi electrolyte drink. This is the kind of item that budget-conscious families love because it covers convenience, flavor, and savings all at once. Drinks with electrolytes can add up quickly at grocery stores, especially when you're buying for a family, packing lunches, or stocking up for sports practice, road trips, or hot weather. So when Dollar Tree gets a flavor people actually enjoy, shoppers notice immediately. Strawberry kiwi has that sweet, refreshing taste that feels easier to grab than plain water, which makes it especially useful when you want something hydrating without paying premium drink prices. What makes this one stand out is that it feels like a practical pickup rather than an impulse snack. You can toss a few in the pantry, keep them on hand for summer days, send them with teens, or use them after workouts or long errands. For families trying to stretch the grocery budget, grabbing affordable drinks here instead of paying much more elsewhere is one of those simple shopping moves that adds up over time. And because drink inventory can be unpredictable at Dollar Tree, the popular flavors vanish first. If shoppers find a flavor their household likes, they usually don't buy one. They buy several. That repeat buy behavior is exactly what turns a random shelf item into a sold-out must-have. And then there are the peel and stick wall tiles, which might be one of the most impressive Dollar Tree finds for anyone trying to make a space look better on a tiny budget. These are the kind of products that stop you in the aisle because they promise something most people assume has to be expensive. A visual upgrade that actually changes the look of your kitchen, bathroom, laundry corner, or dorm space without a full renovation. For renters, they're especially appealing because you get that stylish backsplash effect without committing to a permanent project. For homeowners, they're a cheap way to test a look before spending big on real tile. The reason these keep selling out is simple. They create a dramatic before and after moment. One pack may not transform a whole room, but enough of them can refresh a dull area in a way that feels way more expensive than it is. And because Dollar Tree shoppers are always looking for affordable home hacks, this item spreads fast. One person posts a pantry makeover, another shows a laundry nook refresh, someone else upgrades a bathroom shelf wall, and suddenly everyone wants them. That social proof matters because it gives people a clear picture of how to use the product, and once that happens, inventory moves fast. There is one smart tip here though. You want to check the adhesive, the pattern alignment, and the overall finish before buying a large batch. Some designs look more polished than others, and the best ones tend to go first. If you find a style that looks clean, modern, and easy to match with your space, don't assume it'll still be there later. This is exactly the kind of Dollar Tree item shoppers regret not grabbing when they had the chance. So already you can see the pattern. The products that disappear first are usually the ones that solve everyday problems while looking better or working harder than anyone expects for the price. That's what makes these finds different from random cheap buys. They're useful, they feel like a deal even in a world where shoppers are more skeptical than ever, and they give you that satisfying feeling of finding something before everyone else catches on. And once you realize Dollar Tree can still surprise you with products that look and feel more premium than the price suggests, that's when the next group of must-haves starts making even more sense. Because some of the best items in the store aren't the flashy seasonal pieces at all. They're the everyday upgrades that make your home feel more organized, your routine feel easier, and your self-care shelf feel stocked without blowing the budget. That's exactly where the soy blend candle jars come in. These have become a favorite for shoppers who want that cozy, high-end candle vibe without paying specialty store prices. The first thing people notice is the presentation. A candle in a glass jar automatically feels more polished than a plain emergency-style candle or a basic wax melt. Add in a soft scent and soy blend labeling, and suddenly you're looking at an item that feels closer to boutique decor than dollar store filler. That's why these work so well for bathrooms, nightstands, entry tables, and gift baskets. But the value doesn't stop with the candle itself. Once the wax is gone, the jar becomes reusable, and that's a big part of why practical shoppers love these. You can clean them out and use them for cotton swabs, paper clips, makeup brushes, or little desk supplies. So instead of getting one use out of the item, you end up with two. And that double-duty appeal is a major reason shoppers keep buying them whenever they see fresh scents or better-looking jar styles hit the shelf. The stronger the packaging looks, the faster they tend to disappear, especially around holidays when people start thinking about gifts, hosting, or making small spaces feel warmer. Next up are the clear plastic storage bins, and this is one of those products that organized shoppers almost treat like a secret weapon. Home organization stores charge serious money for clear bins that do exactly what these do on a basic level. Create order where there was chaos. Whether you're dealing with a messy refrigerator, a bathroom cabinet full of random products, a pantry shelf that turns into a landslide every time you reach for something, or even a cluttered under-sink area, these bins can fix the problem fast. And because they're clear, you don't lose visibility. You can still see what you have, which helps prevent overbuying and wasted food or duplicate supplies. What makes these sell out is how easy they are to justify. You don't need to be doing a giant home makeover to use them. One goes in the fridge for yogurt and cheese. One goes in the linen closet for first aid. One goes in the laundry area for stain removers. One goes in the bathroom for hair products. Suddenly you're finding uses all over the house. And when shoppers compare that to the cost of premium organizing bins elsewhere, Dollar Tree starts looking like the smarter move for basic organization needs. If you find sturdier versions with cleaner edges or deeper sizes, those are usually the best to grab because they offer more flexibility and tend to look less flimsy once loaded up. Then there's the Be Pure Nail and Cuticle Oil, which is the kind of beauty find people often toss in their basket as an afterthought and then end up going back for. This product works because it targets a very common problem: dry nails, rough cuticles, and hands that look more worn out than people want them to. Especially if you wash your hands often, use cleaning products, work with your hands, or live somewhere with dry weather, cuticle care makes a bigger difference than many shoppers expect. A quick swipe can make nails look neater, help soften the surrounding skin, and give your hands that more maintained look without spending salon money. The reason this becomes a repeat buy is because it feels useful immediately. It's portable, easy to keep in a purse or nightstand, and simple enough to use consistently. And at Dollar Tree pricing, shoppers are more willing to try it without feeling like they're gambling on an expensive beauty product. Certain scents or versions tend to create more hype, and once beauty shoppers start recommending a specific one, it can disappear fast. That's why if you find a formula that works for you, it's usually smart to pick up an extra instead of assuming it'll always be stocked. That same pattern shows up with the Global Beauty Care Biotin Hair Mist. Another product that keeps catching the attention of shoppers who want affordable beauty products that feel current instead of outdated. Hair care is one of those categories where the prices can climb fast, especially once you get into anything marketed for strengthening, smoothing, or protecting hair from heat tools. So when Dollar Tree brings in a mist tied to biotin and general hair support, people notice. The appeal is simple. It promises a little more than a plain spray bottle while staying easy on the budget. For shoppers who blow dry, straighten, brush out tangles, or just want their hair to feel a little less dry and frizzy, a product like this becomes an easy add-on to the routine. It's especially attractive because it sounds like something you'd expect to see in a beauty aisle at a much higher price point. And once social media and beauty deal hunters start talking about it, the shelf doesn't stay full for long. A lot of these beauty must-haves turn into treasure hunt buys. They're there one week, gone the next, and then maybe back months later in a slightly different bottle. That unpredictability is exactly what creates urgency. So if you look at this middle section of the list, the trend is clear. Dollar Tree really stands out when it offers products that help you make your space feel more put together or your routine feel more polished without paying specialty store prices. These are the kinds of items that don't just look like a deal on the shelf. They keep proving their value after you get them home, and that's why shoppers keep checking back for them. And now we get to the final stretch, where some of the biggest crowd pleasers show up. These are the products that really push back against the old idea that discount store shopping means settling for less, because several of these feel like the kind of items shoppers expect to find in a much pricier beauty aisle, lunch section, or candy display. First is the peptide anti-aging serum, and this might be one of the most buzzworthy Dollar Tree beauty finds on the whole list. Skincare shoppers know that anything with a more advanced-sounding ingredient profile usually comes with a much higher price tag. That's why people do a double take when they see a serum hinting at firming, smoothing, or collagen support style benefits sitting in a store known for low-cost basics. Even if shoppers understand that not every budget skincare item performs like a luxury brand, the value is still hard to ignore. For the price, many people are willing to test it, especially when it fits into an existing routine without much effort. This product sells because it taps into two things at once: curiosity and affordability. Shoppers want to know if it's a hidden gem, and the low price makes the risk feel small. That combination can empty a shelf quickly. If a skincare item gets even a little word-of-mouth momentum, especially one tied to peptides, it tends to create a mini buying frenzy. People buy one to try and one to stash. And because Dollar Tree inventory moves in waves, there's no guarantee it'll be back in the same form once it's gone. That's why beauty bargain hunters keep an eye out for it. Next up are the bento lunch boxes, and this is one of the most practical family buys in the store. Containers are one of those things people never seem to have enough of, especially once school starts, schedules get busy, or anyone in the house is packing meals for work, errands, or day trips. A bento-style lunch box feels more useful than a plain single-compartment container because it helps keep food separated. That matters for everything from sandwiches and fruit to snacks and leftovers. And when a container has a snug-fit, stackable design, or a more polished look, it instantly feels like a stronger value. These move fast because they hit multiple needs at the same time. Parents want affordable lunch options. Adults want portion-friendly containers. People trying to meal prep want organization without spending a fortune on matching sets. So when Dollar Tree gets a decent version in stock, especially around back-to-school season, shoppers don't wait around. They know these are the kinds of basics that disappear the fastest once demand spikes. And unlike some novelty items, this is something most households can actually use right away. Then you've got the Pop-It fidget toys, and this is where Dollar Tree proves it also knows how to stock small, high-demand items that people buy for stress relief, quiet entertainment, and impulse gifting. At one point, these felt like a trend, but their staying power has been stronger than many people expected. Kids love them for the popping sensation. Adults keep them around desks, cars, or bags for something mindless and calming to do. Teachers, parents, and shoppers looking for low-cost rewards or stocking stuffers all see the value here. The reason these belong on a must-have list is because they're one of those rare low-cost products that check both fun and function. They aren't just cheap plastic filler when you get a decent version. They can actually help with focus, restless energy, or simply giving your hands something to do. And because Dollar Tree keeps rotating shapes, colors, and seasonal styles, certain versions become much harder to find once people start spotting them. If you see a sturdier one with bright color and clean popping action, that's usually the one worth grabbing before the weaker designs are all that's left. And finally, there's a product that really drives home the whole point of this video. Haribo Gold Bears Gummies. This one matters because it's recognizable. It's a brand people already know, which means there's less guesswork. You're not wondering if the flavor will be weird or if the texture will be off. You already know what you're getting, and seeing a trusted candy brand at Dollar Tree pricing gives shoppers that instant win feeling. It's one of those small finds that reinforces why discount store shopping can still be worth the trip. Branded snacks like this tend to disappear for a simple reason. People trust them. And when shoppers see a name brand favorite at a lower than expected price, especially in a store where stock changes all the time, they know it may not be there on the next visit. That urgency matters. It turns a casual candy purchase into a grab it while you can moment. For families, road trips, movie nights, lunchboxes, or pantry treats, this is an easy pickup that feels smarter than paying more elsewhere for the exact same familiar product. And when you step back and look at all 12 of these Dollar Tree must-haves together, the big takeaway is obvious. The best Dollar Tree deals are not always the loudest or the most hyped at first glance. They're the items that quietly outperform expectations. A little solar garden stake ends up making your outdoor space look more finished. Terracotta pots become home decor and garden staples. A simple electrolyte drink saves money on everyday convenience. Peel and stick tiles make small spaces look upgraded. Candle jars double as decor and storage. Clear bins bring order to clutter. Beauty finds like cuticle oil, hair mist, and peptide serum make self-care feel affordable. Bento lunch boxes solve everyday meal prep. Poppet toys offer low-cost fun and stress relief. And Haribo Gold Bears remind you that even familiar brand-name products can still be a genuine bargain when you spot them at the right place. So the next time you head into Dollar Tree, don't just browse casually and assume the good stuff will still be there later. These are the kinds of buys that experienced shoppers grab when they see them, because once word gets out, the shelves can clear fast. And that's the real secret with Dollar Tree. The smartest savings usually go to the people who know what's actually worth buying before everybody else catches on.